Previously on Dirt, Sweat, and Gears.
In 2020, I was scammed by a friend of mine for 10 years out of $90,000, and it ruined my life. Now I am finally fully recovered from being ripped off. It stops! Oh, it stops! I'm not gonna die today!
Gotta park in pro parking so everyone knows you're a pro.
I am not having fun. So half of the bolts I'm sinking are cracking the wood. I'm getting eaten alive by bugs. You see we have a little bit more wall up there. So here is my bathroom. All of the framing is done, more or less. We got plenty of work done, and by we, I mean my contractors and 2 of his laborers. Because I did my day job. I did none of this. I paid for it. So, and getting in the frame, that's where all the, I'm getting, Jesus, fuck. Get away from me. God damn, I'm trying to record a video. Welcome to Dirt, Sweat, and Gears and the Garage Mahal. Thank you so much, Mike, for the name. I think that's gonna stick. I really like that. We are here in the second story of my Garage and ADU project. And, well, as you can see, a lot's been done since the last time we left off. And that is mainly because I'm recording this out of order. If you watched my last video with the Prelude steam cleaning, I had a little bit of a problem with my video and audio. And that is because I tried something new. I got an iPhone 15 Pro, and I thought I can shoot my YouTube videos on this thing, and it didn't work out. I don't know exactly what happened. Definitely not a professional editor, but one of the things that I absolutely hated about this iPhone was Apple's color correction algorithm. And I couldn't change settings, I couldn't change color space formatting, I couldn't just make it easy on myself to edit this thing. And that's kind of the only reason I'm able to put videos together is because it's fairly easy to edit. I am a terrible editor. I am terrible at a lot of things, but I just got tired of it. So I returned the iPhone 15 Pro and got an iPhone SE and used the money that I saved to buy a GoPro. So now we're kind of using a more professional grade camera. It's still not, you know, a $10,000, you know, SLR or something, but it is something that is going to be very useful for recording videos, not only videos of me standing around and babbling like an idiot, but also videos of me driving like an idiot. And I'll be able to use this camera for a lot more things because it's more durable, it's more versatile, and it's purpose built to be a camera, and I think that's gonna help me out a lot. I'm gonna find out when I edit this to see if any of that is true or if I just wasted a bunch of money. So before we get too deep into it, I want to apologize in advance. This video, I'm not really going to be doing any work. I'm not doing any instructional content. I may not even be very entertaining. This video is mostly just documentation of the build process, checking up on my contractor at the end of the day. And I really don't even talk to my contractor on camera because this isn't his thing. So his thing is to build this, not to be a personality on my YouTube channel. So again, my apologies in advance. This is mostly for my friends and family who have been following my journey, you know, my entire life and for the past several years of this project. So let's hop into the DeLorean, go back in time, and find out just how we got here. Wow, that is one impressive erection. I'm just gonna walk up our pathway here that I built myself. And then what do we have here? We've got another window and a doorway. Let's go upstairs. Oh yeah. Now I can really see it. Can get a really clearly hear the dog that barks from 3:30 to 9:30 at night every single day because he's neglected and possibly abused. Anyway, so that window, well, I mean, it has some plywood over it, big deal. But those windows are done. Those windows are done. That wall is done. That window is done. The doorway is done. Dude kicked ass today. And these windows are the 40-inch by 40-inch windows. I have no idea why Lowe's did that when I asked for 40 by 40. That would, typically means 4 foot by 4 foot. But whatever. Whatever. And then these giant windows. Look at that. If I could go back in time and make adjustments, I would leave those windows the same. I'd make those 3 by 3, and I would make those probably 4 by 3, like that one. But you know what? This is okay. I am so good with this. I mean, it's a great view. Well, not that great. It's a great view of the trees. We'll just say that. And I get a great view of my yard behind me, which will be great once I pave it and build some stuff down there. And then over here, we've got a view of the wasteland, my trucks, my car, my sheds. It's just that this is great. This is great. Let's go over to the other window. So I can't see anything out of that right now because of the plywood. But over here, we just get like my whole driveway, well, up to the tree, my house. I can see the roof, which is really cool because then I can see if there's like any kind of buildup of leaves or whatever, anything I need to address. I'll be able to see it from here. How cool is that? And then in this corner, I've got the other big window with just a spectacular view. This view is probably the best there is on this side of Tahunga, aside from Flea's house, which is back there behind the trees up on the top of the mountain. That view is incredible. This view is really damn good, being that this is not an $8 million mansion. All right, so now that this whole thing is really shaping up, it's a lot easier to envision what's going on here. So over there, that's going to be my work area. And now that I see it, this is definitely not going to be something that I bring my L table out. This is going to be a single table that is probably just going to fit right between the windows. And I could do a wall mount monitor, depending on whether or not I decide I want a standing desk, which I probably don't. Standing desks are not typically my thing, just because I don't like to stand at my computer. I like to stand and walk away from my computer. So I'll probably do wall mount monitor or multiple wall mount monitors. Probably one, at least over here. And then over here is where the big screen TV is going to be, the PlayStation, and the couch is going to be over here. And then I'll just have cool shit on the walls, whatever. So we got the door there. The door is, of course, going to open over here. It's going to open inward, I believe, and kind of take up this space. I don't imagine it's going to open in towards the window because the doorknob could smash the window or something. And then over here's going to be like my workout area. I'll probably have a bench here, weights here, and then, I could, put a yoga mat or whatever, plenty of space to do gym type of activities. I have an exercise bike and a pull-up bar, that sort of thing. Over here is going to be the kitchen. The sink there, the island there, and then I want in this corner to put up a bar. And I have some ideas that include some of the furniture I already own, but there's going to be some new things happening as well. And I may even commission a custom job from my friend Steve. He does some beautiful woodwork stuff. He could, I know he would love to do the work for me, and I'd like to have something built by him at my house. So with the walls up, I believe I owe my contractor money, and then he's going to start building the ceiling joists and the roofing framing for the roof. This is really, really exciting. This is amazing. This is so good. You know, and I mentioned briefly about paving and building stuff back here. With this space done, this is going to be such a great win to be able to do something down here because laying paper stones, I mean, it's a lot of work. It's very, very, very hard work, but this looks amazing. And if I could do that over here and then build something like a pizza oven and some storage, I mean, there is so much opportunity back here for useful space that is just currently, you know, literally a pile of trash at this moment. This is going to be so good, and most of this is stuff I can do myself. The paver stones were really, really cheap, and I could buy enough paver stones to fill this area and then some for probably about $1,000. And since it's already graded, all I really have to do is put down sand and start laying bricks. So it's actually been 2 days since I last checked in. I don't know what happened to me yesterday. I was just too tired when I got home. But we'll see what happened up there. From down here, you can see there is quite a few changes. Number one being all my lath paper is gone. And you see I painted the garage white at one point to help with the sun to keep temperatures down inside. But it did nothing for the rain. So I had to cover it in black lath paper, which blocked the rain but did nothing for the sun. So anyway, that was stripped off because we're going to have an inspection pretty soon, and he did not want the inspector tearing me apart for my terrible lath paper job. Upstairs, we see some ceiling joists. Let's go take a closer look. I just wanted to show the absolute asinine amount of staples I had in this garage. Look at that. It's an ocean of staples. There has to be 3,000 or 4,000 staples in this garage. Oh, they're all pulled out. What a day. I bet the laborers loved me today. And so our wood pile is down pretty far, and we have up here the world's most expensive pergola. Look at that. There's actually shade. It almost feels like we're inside, but we're most definitely not. You see there's definitely still more work to do up on this header piece. They've got to cut out, you know, each individual block to fit in between on both sides. But it looks like this side is, you know, done into the beam. And they're rocking and rolling. This is great. This window's opened up. He cut out the plywood because he had to get a new blade for his Sawzall. And we can see the view down the driveway. This is amazing. This is such a great view because I can see someone approaching. Like if I'm working or whatever and someone walks up to my driveway, I'll be able to see them and yell at them and tell them to get the hell off my property, or I'll shoot. I could keep my guns up here too if I wanted, and I could actually shoot them. So other than that, I mean, we've got this up here. There is not a whole lot of difference. It sure feels different because, again, there is something over my head. It almost feels like pretty soon I'll be inside. So I've been doing my day job all day, and I really haven't been able to come out here and look at what's going on. First thing I noticed is, my God, it's hot. It is about 100 degrees today, and it's October. But let's just kind of pan up for a second, and holy moly, we've got roof framing. This is a big-ass building. Let's walk up this side first. And the first thing I'm noticing today is just how clean everything is. And that's because the workers that my contractor hired on have been actually really cool about never really standing idle. They're always moving, and so even when there's nothing to do, they're cleaning up. So you see the job site here is just really nice and clean. Everything's bagged up and ready to get hauled away. So all of our roof sheeting has been hauled up and it's ready to install. And they're standing on some of it just so that they can place the beams. And this is almost inside. We are almost inside. You see up there, we've got the roof beams going in, and it's starting to look really good. And it's really solid. You don't expect it's going to be moving at all. But you see they've got it supported, and they're tying it all together. This is looking really, really good. And so that's the next step, is to get the roof framing done and to get these sheets installed on top of the roof. And then up here, I guess we're going to insulate and start coming up with a plan for electrical. And so the good news about this design overall, the placement of the paralam and the joists and everything, is that I'm going to have a flat ceiling. And that gives me the opportunity, if I wanted, I could do recessed lighting, but I don't think I want to do recessed lighting, because recessed lighting kind of locks me into a specific aesthetic, whereas using boxes gives me more flexibility. I can put up a ceiling fan if I wanted to. I could do flush mount lighting. I could do schoolhouse lighting. just have a whole lot more options with box electrical fixtures than I would with recessed cans. And I can pick any style I want. And so as I kind of figure out what I want to do in here, I'll be able to kind of lock that in later on. I don't have to make that decision right now, so I don't want to. So it's been a few days since I've checked in, but you see here the gables have been started. Yesterday it rained, so there was no progress. And today there was a problem. The framer had a family emergency, so he is off, at least for the first half of the day. So meanwhile, let's take a look at the progress so far. You see the rear gable is also started, but not sheeted yet. And going up the stairs, we do have a lot of progress. However, it's like all a collection of little things. So it's like a little bit not very dramatic. You see the blocking all along the top here. It has the blocking and the hardware. So again, it's one of those crucial steps, but it doesn't look all that impressive. So, it's like boring work. The same with the blocking in between beams here. So it looks like the eaves are getting ready to go up. Just made all those cutouts. Along here, these have been up for a while now. But let's circle around back. And we've got more. Down here, of course, we've got nails. Thanks, Jeremy. Jeremy's the name of the worker that my contractor brings, who chucks his nails all over the place. Up in the attic here, the gabling is all done. You got nails sticking through, but whatever. There's actually going to be a lot of storage space up here. You said we definitely don't want to store things in the middle here, but up against the paralam, I got a lot of storage. So that's really cool. There'll be some space for an FAU if I do central air, which seems like it might be the way to go just because I've got the space. I think I could put like my Christmas decorations and crap up here. And then along here, these boards, like this is ready to take on a board. So I imagine the next couple of days is going to be more or less that. Coming home today, I see some eaves. I see fascia board. The fascia board still needs to be trimmed, but there is something really interesting going on in this area here that I think I need to take a closer look at. Let's go upstairs. Look at this. We are inside. Well, halfway anyway. Half of it is inside. We have roof sheeting. Oh, this is so cool. Oh my God, I'm inside my new building. And then we're gonna get windows and everything's gonna get sealed up, and oh my God, I cannot wait. This is amazing. This is a dream come true, literally. Oh, this is so good. Wow. Well, I guess the next thing is to just keep waiting another day, see what tomorrow brings. I think tomorrow they're going to be working on that side, though. The left side of the fascia board is done. It looks like the eaves are done on the north face of the garage. Yep, the eaves are done. Let's go upstairs and see how much of the garage is inside. This. Oh, look at this. It is all done. There's that one panel up there, and that was just so the guys can get in and out while they're doing the work. I can start getting work done in here. So my contractor said he's gonna fix that and that wrinkle over there. Those two spots, maybe that there too, I'm not sure. But he said it would be a really good idea if I got like a 1/2-inch subfloor to put on top of this. You see, a 1/2-inch subfloor on top of this would give it just a little bit more stability. It would make the garage feel a little more solid, and it would resolve these little uneven areas here. And it would just overall make it feel a little bit better to be inside this space. So that is something that I can get started on pretty much any time. Obviously, I'd want to wait until he's out of here, so I'm not going to do that right away, but I can, if I wanted to get a start on it, I could even do it this weekend, you know, on the days where he's not here. And by the way, I just noticed, I want to point out that the cross braces that were covering the doors, here, over that door, they're all gone now. So this means I'm walking in, and that cutout's here too. This is for the laundry. And then I can do like a little shelf here or something. I don't know. This is the bathroom, and I can just walk right through. And into the shower, I think this is staying because we're gonna do a shower pan there. So you're gonna have to step over this thing anyway. That'll save us from having to do the whole floor and having a hot mop. It'll just be way more expensive. So I've got some work to do. In my beautiful trailer, I've got 10 sheets of OSB. This is 3/8 inch. This is going to be my subfloor. And I've got to haul it up those stairs. I actually need about twice as much as this, but 10 sheets is about all I care to haul at one time. Not only is it hard on my Jeep because I've got a cracked head and it's overheating, but this shit's heavy. So we have to haul that upstairs, but let's take a look at upstairs because this is done. All of the framing is done. You see along the roof line there, you see along the roof line here, we've got all of the fascia board, and then in the middle, we've got this really cool diamond. This is actually, my contractor told me that that's his signature move on all of his houses. He puts that little diamond up at the top. And then you can paint it like a complementary color of the walls or something, just to make it pop. But he says that's a thing he does, and I think it's fun. I'm happy to have little details like that, especially from someone who contributed so much to my project. And by contributed, I mean I paid for something and he actually built it, instead of buying himself a house in Kernville and a brand new truck. He can buy whatever he wants with the money I actually paid him to do this job, as long as he does the job. Coming inside, we've got all of the threshold cutaways done. We've got the cross bracing done, and the roof sheeting is done. Everything is in place and looking spectacular. Down the middle here, we've got a beam with a whole bunch of bracing. It's open there just to let the inspector up there in case he wants to check on the roof. He's welcome to go up there. He probably won't, and if he does, he'll probably just stick his head up. But standing in this space is just, it's amazing seeing it done, seeing it in this state, because now I see so much potential. You know, standing here, I'm standing right about where the stove would be. The range would be here, and there'd be counters around here, and then like, another countertop jutting out with some bar stools. And I'm standing here looking out to the living area, and there's going to be a TV there, sectional couch, my workout area over there, and then around this corner will be my office. And I can just see it, and it feels so real now. It feels so possible. It feels like this is going to be my immediate future, and I don't even know how to process this. This is awesome. So next we're gonna haul this wood up here, and it's gonna be a colossal pain in the ass, but it'll be worth it, because then I can get a start on the subfloor. When I start on the subfloor, I'm gonna start in there, just because once I get that space done, it's like the hard part will be done. And then I'll probably move out here because the closet's gonna suck, and then go out from there. And then I can just cut the, do like a cutout right here, so that the wood that I lay in here lands flush with this wall. And then I can just lay another piece straight across. So this garage is mostly square, so I don't think I'm gonna have much of a problem laying down subfloor. I'm hoping I have a great time, actually. Now that you're up to speed, let's talk about the most recent developments. So a couple of days ago, we brought over an inspector to take a look at the framing and hopefully sign us off so that we can waterproof this building. And let's just say it didn't go as well as we wanted it to. So interestingly enough, he didn't actually come into the building. He didn't even walk up to the building. He didn't see any of the framing. So then he issued a correction, and the correction stated that we needed to have a height survey on this building. So that actually could cost us months, and it could cost me several $1,000s. So we're trying to get this resolved without having to get a height survey, but it is quite likely that we'll have to get a height survey. Furthermore, that puts us in kind of a predicament because it's supposed to rain in a couple of days and we don't have any waterproofing here. So he did say that he's not going to give us any trouble if we rolled paper on the roof. So that's what we did. We rolled paper on the roof, but we can't do any of the lath on the walls. We can't do stucco or siding. We can't do anything about the stairs. So all of the rest of this building is going to to continue to rot away while we wait on this, what is it called? This height survey. And so his reasoning for it was that this is a hillside property being in the Tahunga foothills. And he said that it was something that hadn't really ever been enforced in this area, but it is definitely in the code. And we've kind of verified everything makes sense. It does check out. That is what the regulation states. So it's very likely that we will have to just get the height survey. So what is a height survey? Well, from my understanding, it is somebody comes out with some very expensive equipment and uses a laser to determine exactly what we could determine by running a measuring tape from the top to the bottom of the building. You see, the maximum height for a property like this is 33 feet, and we are just under 25 feet. In fact, we are dead on to what the plans specified for the height of this building to be. So I don't anticipate there's going to be a problem once we get this matter resolved. There's not going to be any problem with the height of the building. It's just getting that sign off to say, yes, it is this height. So that's where we're at right now. This project could take another several years. So yay. So with that, we are going to wrap up this video. If you like what you see, like, share, subscribe, comment. And if you don't like what you see, there are certainly things I don't like to see. Maybe you're a building inspector. If there's something you don't like to see, well, in that case, yeah, don't comment. That's it. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.